What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Bean Big, and we are back with another episode of Two
Two
Boys
boys
Drink
drink bleach.
Bleach. Let's go! Not drinking bleach. I gotta say that every
No,
time.
don't drink bleach.
Don't do it. Don't
Disclaimer,
do it.
we're not actually drinking
Don't
bleach.
do
We're
it.
reading the Bleach manga.
Let's go. Today we're covering the Arrancar arc, at least some of it. I don't know how much of it, depending on how long this ends up being.
Yeah, and we've only read like half of it to
We've
this
read
point.
up to the end of the Hueco invasion, Hueco Mundo invasion.
Yeah.
Which is just around half of the entire fucking
Half of the
extended arc.
Like saga, I would even call it.
Yeah. Easily the longest part of Bleach, I think.
Yeah, I think it's in total like something like almost 300 chapters or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot combined.
It is quite a bit. But yeah, we're just gonna get started. So where do we leave off? The boys were coming back through the portal into the real world, into the human world.
Oh yeah, we're leaving off at the end of Soul Society, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, right?
It's been that far back. Feels like a while.
Yeah, and then everybody gets dropped off. That's pretty much all that happens after they get back. They all go back home. Ichigo lays in his bed for a bit, kind of sad as fuck. I don't remember why he was sad. Because I guess everything that happened was Aizen, but.
Yeah, he's like. Yeah, depressed about not being able to do anything about it or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And then, then a Hollow shows up, and at the end of the Soul Society, one of the captains gave him a substitute Soul Reaper badge thing.
Yeah. The 13th captain is like, all right, you're a deputy Soul Reaper now.
You're a deputy Soul Reaper now. So I give him a little thing.
Yeah, and then that lets him go into a Soul Reaper mode at any time. You know?
And so he leaves and he goes and he puts Cone back in his body. And I don't remember what Cone was doing, but Cone left the house.
Yeah.
And Ichigo went off to go fight whatever. Hollow shows up. He meets up with a fucking another Soul Reaper who's like, "Who the fuck are you? This is where I'm supposed to be at."
Oh.
And then he shows him the Deputy Soul Reaper badge. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a Deputy Soul Reaper." And he's like, "I've never seen that shit in my lifetime."
This is I've never heard of one in my life, bro. What are you talking about?
And then, but in the meantime, Cone is off. He runs into Grand Fisher in Ichigo's body.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
And while he's running in, Grand Fisher's like, Ichigo, I'm finally gonna kick your ass. He gets saved by none other than the man, the myth, the absolute legend himself, Isshin Kurosaki.
That was one of the hypest reveals, dude. Is just Byakuya or fuck Isshin.
Isshin, not
Byakuya. Ichigo's dad being a Soul Reaper and a hella strong one at that. Spanish one shots Grand Fisher.
Yeah, he just went. This is kind of sad because Grand Fisher was built up in the substitute arc, and then he just gets bodied without even meeting Ichigo again. Like Ichigo didn't even see him.
Yeah, no, that was kind of unfortunate. Yeah. But it was nice for Isshin to get revenge, and it's for his wife's deaths,
Yeah, now Isshin, dude, why the fuck did he look so cool though? Why does he drip in this outfit? He looks even like more muscular somehow than when he's in normal clothes.
Yeah, I know. His chin is like his jaw is wider, dude. It's like, I don't know.
It's just like, hey, what's up, going? All right, because what protected Cone from Grand Fisher's first attack was that charm that he gave Ichigo before the Soul Society.
Oh yeah, because Cone still had it on him.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I meant that for you, Cone." And then Cone was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, did you never notice that I never called you Ichigo while you were in his body?"
Man.
And I was like, Dude, I kind of I didn't go back, but I kind of wanted to go back and actually check that shit out. But
That would be way too much like fact
oh
checking
yeah, I'm
because
just gonna
there's
take his word for it. I think he did do that
yeah,
on
because
purpose.
I feel like you'd have to check such like obscure like panels.
Yeah. Hey man, if he had an SBS corner, he'd be somebody would have been like, "Hey,
Did he really?
actually, in this panel, in Volume 2, page 65." uh, I mean, people are crazy. People actually go and check that shit. So,
Oh yeah, I know people are people are crazy.
but I'm just gonna take his word for it. And then he's like, "Hey, don't tell Ichigo about this." At the same time, Uryu is being attacked by a hollow. And Uryu's dad, I forget his name, Ryuken
Where you come?
Ishida, shows up and bodies that hollow, and then Uryu was like, I thought you weren't a fucking Quincy, and he's like, I never said I wasn't a Quincy, I just said I didn't want to be a Quincy. um, and he's like,
And then
alright,
he's
I can
like,
get
time
you
to get your powers back.
Yeah, yeah, finally, yay, Minko called it, he's getting his power back.
Yeah, woo! Whoever would have guessed.
I mean, I did call the Ichigo's this big a descendant of a Soul Reaper, which is why his Soul Reaper powers are so big.
Oh yeah,
I said descendant, really just like his actual father is a fucking Soul Reaper.
yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Didn't have to look far up the family tree for that.
Yeah, same line still applies. We don't know what Ishin is about.
Yep.
If he, why is he? What did he once live in the Soul Society? We don't know.
We don't know.
Is there a Kurosaki bloodline? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I really don't think it's that big. I don't think if they are like a Kurosaki family of Soul Reapers,
Yeah.
it can't be that big, because Byakuya or some higher up noble would have been like, oh, Kurosaki, that's the same name as like this old bloodline in the Soul Society,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, maybe they're like a whole other clan, kind of like the Quincy's, you know.
Oh, perhaps. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. So far, we don't know much about this, and even in
Yeah.
all that we read, we only learned just a little bit more about these two, Ryuken and Ishin.
Yeah, no. It's just kind of a few. It's like you've. Is it a few chapters that we focus on this? I don't think it's even a few.
No. I mean, we could talk about it right now. I'm probably gonna forget about it later if we don't talk about it right now. It's before they head into Hueco Mundo, so.
What?
Well, I'm just because okay. So Ryu's training with Ryuken throughout most
Oh
of this part of the
yeah.
story. Ryu promises not to associate with Soul Reapers.
Yeah.
In order to like that's like the promise he makes to his dad to get his power back. Later on though, Ryuken and Ishin have a conversation when Ichigo and them have already left for the Mundo. And Ryuken is like, "Oh, so you finally got your power back, Ishin?" And then Ishin was like, "Yeah, I got my power back." And it's like, they seem to be working together towards something. Do you hear that?
What?
So there's a helicopter flying by my house.
Yeah. What's he doing?
I don't know. My bad. But yeah. So Ryuken and Ishin seem to be
How
working together.
unprofessional.
For somehow, and Ishin seems to have lost his powers, which is why he hasn't done anything so far in the story.
Yeah.
Regained them, but don't know nothing about that. I think that's about all the information we get, unless you remember something that I don't.
No, that's pretty much all we see of them.
Yeah.
It's just that they know each other. I think Urahara was in the scene when Ishin killed Grand Fisher. I think he showed up.
Right. They're also
they know each other.
They know each other. They all seem to be in on something.
Yeah, something with the town. It feels like.
Yeah, perhaps even with the visors, which we're about to give the Vizard or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Vizards. If you wanna. Yeah.
Which, at the same time that this Grand Fisher shit is happening, Ichigo got approached by Vizard. And
right.
like, join us, and we'll teach you how to use your hollow powers. basically.
Yeah, if you don't join us, the hollow's gonna eat you up.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill everybody around you. Uh,
Yep.
yeah.
And then next day, go to school. We have uh, Ichigo at school. The Vizard main guy who recruited him last night went to his school again, and was
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Hey, you wanna join our crew?" Um,
And he's like, no, I'm good.
also your inner hollow is gonna take over. Um, Orihime's a bit distraught about this because Ichigo's acting all weird because he's worried about his inner hollow fucking taking over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then But then, else would show up at Ichigo's school that none other than the rest of the fucking cast?
The rest of the Soul Society
to
cast,
be,
dude.
yeah, honestly, I was really hyped. I was not expecting
I,
Ikaku to show up.
no, not at all. God. I I was expecting like I could see Rukia, of course. I could
Rukia,
see
obviously, Renji,
like the captain, yeah,
yeah,
Renji,
Renji, Toshiro. Okay,
Toshiro.
Rangiku, all right, that's a little weird, but she hangs out with
Yeah, Giki's
Toshiro
kind of
these
pushing it.
days. So
But then Ikaku showed up,
I
and
knew
like,
Michika,
ooh,
dude, and it's just like, what are these two doing here, bro? And they have like
oh,
normal hijinks with the rest of the other high school students,
yeah,
and they carry on wooden swords because they're not allowed to carry around their fucking their Zanpakutos in public.
yeah,
So that shit's pretty hype.
yeah. No, they're a fun addition to the like normal like high school life, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
They don't do much. We don't spend a lot of time here, but
Mm-hmm.
fun. They're fun
But you know, we have that
while we're here.
guy. Every we have God, we have. I realize we have two pervert characters in this story.
We do.
Koen and Ichigo's friend from
Conan.
school.
Yeah.
Forget his name, but they both have a bit with Rangiku where they look at her big boobs and then she hits them. So.
Yeah. No, that's the whole thing.
Which is so weird to me because she's so like open. I guess is the best word. I can't think of a word for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
When
know.
she's hanging out with Toshiro, she I don't know. And then the whole beach subplot later, filler manga arc, which I never thought bro.
That was funny.
Yeah, but let's talk about I guess the incursions are what they're called.
Yeah. Basically, um,
Yeah,
some Arrancar just popped up.
two of them.
To yeah. Oh yeah. I think we didn't really mention this, but Ishin meant like we get introduced to the whole concept of like
Right.
Arrancar, uh, hollows that have like taken off their masks and gotten soul reaper powers or
Yeah,
something
I
like
got a
that.
Zanpakutos.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he
And
does
so
say that.
so
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
and they're
Arrancar's
like
from.
yeah, and then they're like this one was really far along. Like we've really never seen Arancars at this level before. And they're like yeah, it's probably Aizen, you know.
Yeah, it's probably Aizen. And then two
Yeah.
other Rankar that are just way stronger and way more like when a Rankar is
They'll
more built, they take on a more human form in like their base,
mm-hmm.
essentially. And so these two guys, Yami and o-
Oh,
Okiora.
oh, Okiora.
Okiora.
There you go.
There you go. Just sound that shit out in my. I got it. Actually, before we go any further, I got the advantage here because I know Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Oh yeah,
arc
no, you
is
got.
full of Spanish.
There's so much Spanish in this arc that I was not expecting whatsoever.
Me neither. I was like, bro, how much does this guy know Spanish? I look, you think TJ Kubo knows Spanish, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's just so much Spanish in this arc. Like all the names, there's like only a few names that I can think of that aren't.
All the names. We got the espadas. We got the rankings of like the numbering system.
Yeah.
Some of them speak in Spanish. And nobody ever brings up that Chad fucking like I don't know. It's
The,
weird. I mean, we did this kind of get brought up, but it's
Yeah, I don't remember.
it's weird to me that they all speak Spanish and they're like, Chad, do you know nothing about these guys?
They don't. I mean, they don't even mention anything about the fact that it is Spanish and they don't know this language whatsoever.
No, but Uryu knows it a little bit.
No, I don't remember that.
Because he goes, hey, I'm gonna spoil a fight later, but at the end of a fight later, when he's fighting an Arrancar, he's like, let me finish you off in your own language. Se
Mm,
acabó. You know,
right. Yeah, I
this
remember
fight,
that.
esta pelea se acabó, and I was just like, yeah, I was like, okay. I mean, that's just a little bit of Spanish, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know what's happening, but whatever. Back to Yami no Kuria. They show up. Chad and Orihime are there. I think it didn't say this on here, but Tatsuki was here.
I think so.
She
Yeah.
was she was there when it happened, and she was the only one of the civilians who didn't get knocked out
Hmm.
immediately, right? Just in their presence.
Oh yeah, no, not even knocked out. Soul stolen.
Yeah. Mm.
Just ate him. Damn. Um, and then Ichigo shows up, of course, to try and body these two. Ends up getting bodied.
Mm.
Uh, there's not much. It wasn't
Yeah.
much of a fight.
Yeah,
He just kind of
Urahara,
gets.
yeah, and then Urahara and Yorichi show up, and they're like, okay, we're leaving.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not here to deal with you today.
yeah,
And then they go back to Aizen. They're like, that kid
yeah.
you were worried about? Ah, don't worry
Yeah,
about
he's
him.
nothing. He got
He's
bodied by
he's
us.
he's
He
garbage.
cut off Yami's arm, but that's about it. And Yami's like, it's merely a flesh wound. I let him do it. Don't worry about it, Aizen.
That, yeah, that brings up one thing is that all the Arrancar are surprisingly human. Like they take human wounds.
mhm.
I thought they would be more like cavalry generations and stuff, but no, they're surprisingly
They'd be like
killable.
demons from from Demon Slayer. Huh?
Yeah, get some regeneration
It's
powers.
like instant regeneration. Yeah, I mean, like that is 100. You know what? That's a fair point that I didn't even
Yeah,
think about.
yeah. No, I was thinking about it the whole time because, like, I mean, later on when one of them loses an arm, it's like it's gone.
Mm.
Like they don't grow it back, and I'm like, huh, you don't see that often with like demons.
Yeah.
Which that was kind of refreshing. It's like they're killable.
Yeah, they
They're
are
killable,
killable.
but they're not like
They're strong though.
yeah. They're like you can. It's not like a regular fight where you have to like kill them in some specific way. You can just kill them.
Yeah. You can just kill them. I think that's it is. So it's sometimes in these manga, it's just like this enemy like low key unfair towards the protagonist, like the
Yeah.
human. And while these enemies are really fucking strong,
Mhm.
they're not like they don't have hacks abilities. No
Yeah.
more than a Bonkai is a hack ability.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. They're like it's within the like believable power scale of this world.
Mm,
It's like what we've seen so far. It sticks within those
yeah,
bounds.
but yeah. So after all the captains and Renji and all of them show up, they hang out in the human world for a little bit, and that's when the second incursion happens. Um,
Yep.
Grimjaw takes a group of. I'm just reading the wiki now. I'm sorry. Hold on. This is a quote. Grimjaw takes. I didn't remember their names. I was just gonna read their names off, but
Yeah.
Shalon Kofang, Edrad Leonis. Some of these are like German.
Ilfort Grans.
Ilfort Grons, Deroy Rinker, Nakim Grindina.
Nah, it's D-Roy Rinker.
Deroy Rinker, baby. God. And honestly, I don't remember half of these fights.
No,
I
no.
so we're
I mean,
just
actually, they all kind of end at the same time. Now that I
yeah.
think about it,
I mean,
besides for two, I think.
yeah,
Um, because I mean, the two ones of interest here are Rukia and Ikaku's. Rukia just kind of bodies the guy, but they're like
oh
then
yeah.
all
Ichigo
the
was there, and
other.
Ichigo's like, "Don't do it, Ricky," and she's like, "Bro, Ichigo, I'm strong, bro."
Yeah, bro, I got my powers back,
Yeah.
and then one shot him, one shot one
Oh,
of the
her power is so
Arrancar.
cool, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I
She's got a full white. Zanpakuto.
And then it's just
Uh,
like
it's
she was
ice
just like,
powers.
he's like, oh, you can freeze the ground. And he's like, no, I freeze everything within the light of this attack.
Within the circle, and it's just
Straight up at him, like that shit was so cool, dude.
that was hype. That was
And
hype.
then the Ikaku fight is definitely fucked too.
Oh yeah, the Ikaka fight is like the best fight in this like
In this,
incursion.
yeah, and during the Ikaku fight, we find out that so when the Arankars awaken their Zanpakutos into the Shikai form, um,
Hmm.
they don't just like turn into a bigger blade or whatever the fuck. They actually like meld with their bodies because they're hollows,
Yeah,
and
so it
they
works a
become
bit
more
different from them.
monstrous, and they take on their true forms. Is what they say, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so that happens, and the guy he's fighting, Ikaku's fighting, does his Shikai turns into Volcanica? I don't see it on here, but that's what it's called or something like that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I doesn't matter because Ikaku goes Bankai and it's like one of the coolest Bankai. Like it's such a simple Bankai,
But it works so
but
good.
damn, is it really fucking cool?
It's so cool. Like I was not expecting Ikaku to pop off again. Like this man already got like a hype fight.
Yeah, like I didn't expect Ikaku to be here because I was like Ikaku's gonna be one of those characters that he forgets about that just like is kind of there in the background later.
Yeah, it kind of shows up once and then he's kind of out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nah, man shows up and he's got a fucking Bankai.
Bankai, apparently nobody except for the other assistant captain knows about
Yeah, the other like the fifth
the
seat.
fifth seat. Because he was like,
I
oh, Ikaku was like, keep this a secret. Nobody knows that I can do this yet.
Yeah, I think he wants to keep it a secret so he doesn't get like promoted to be a captain or something like that.
Right, right. He wants to stay in Kenpachi's group.
Yeah, he wants to keep serving under
Yeah.
Kenpachi
Even though he's strong enough at this point to be, an assistant
to be.
captain or even possibly a captain.
Yeah.
Which, is cool. Everybody's got their own different motivations. So,
Hmm.
and he remembers when he first met Kenpachi during this fight where Kenpachi fucking bodied him. And
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Kill me," and he's like, "Hey, bro, you should be lucky you lived after this fight." um, and then he just kills the Volcanic guy, which with some
Yep.
cool fucking moves where he just like drops his whole fucking sword at him. Like this fight is pretty good.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it is pretty good. And then the rest of the fights I think end with like they're like
Mm,
um
the Soul
the
Society,
the Soul Society, yeah,
yeah,
the Soul Society finally improves like the limiter removal, because they this was mentioned in the
in the Soul
um,
Society
it's
arc.
just yeah
Um,
that
when assistant
there's
captains are like when strong Soul Reapers go down to Earth, um,
mhm.
they have to wear a limiter, otherwise it'll affect the ecosystem of Earth. I think is what they were just saying.
Yeah, just to keep like how like Ichigo was messing with people, just being
Right. Yeah.
there,
Oh. Right.
just
Right.
having his spiritual energy leaking out. To prevent that from happening, they wear a limiter that reduces their power by like 80% or something like that.
Yeah. And so all of them take him off at the same time. Toshiro is struggling against the undecimo espada, which is the 11th espada.
Yeah.
Or 11th sword, if you want me to translate that all the way. um, but the moment he takes off his limiter, it's like not even a fight anymore.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, pretty much everybody gets one shot.
yeah, I was thinking because I was like Toshiro this week. I forgot
Yeah,
completely that they have to wear limiters when they come down.
I know. I'm like, damn. If they're losing this hard against these guys, how are you even gonna compete later?
Yeah.
But then it's like,
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah. And then Ichigo fights Grimjow in this. This is the first time they fight. Um,
yeah. I
Ichi-
totally forgot this fight even happened.
yeah, Ichigo's fighting. He can't do him. He goes into Bankai, but he barely can do anything. Right, because Rukia wins, and then Grimjow shows up and bodies Rukia. Right after she wins. Right, and then Ichigo fights him, does barely any damage, goes hollow mode, and like slices Grimjow against Getsuka Tencho across the chest. Then
Mhm.
Tosin shows up, takes Grimjow back, and everybody else who no, I think all of them died. Take Scrimgeour back to
Yeah.
oh yeah, I think all the other fucking
Yeah,
all
so
the
he
other
just takes Scrimgeour back.
yeah, and to back to Hueco Mundo, um,
Yeah.
for his punishment because he went on there against Aizen's orders.
Yeah, against Aizen's will and lost a bunch of troops with
Yeah.
him.
And during this fight, the guy that Toshiro's fighting drops lore on us. He said he introduced himself as the Undecimo Espada, and he said the top 10 ones have numbers on their bodies, and they are on a completely different level from me.
Mm-hmm.
And Toshiro was like, "Oh, thank you for being chatty."
Yeah, thanks for telling me.
Thanks for your info. And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna kill you anyways, but it doesn't matter because you lost."
Yeah.
Yep. And then after this, we get to we cut to Hueco Mundo. You might as well.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's pretty much what exactly what happens.
Goes. Yeah. So Grimjail's like, all right, fine, punish me. Tosin wants to execute Grimjail, but Aizen's like, yeah, it's fine, and just slices. They just take Grimjail's arm and incinerate it, and now his arm is gone. Like, I think this is also. I did think in this moment, like, can they not can he not just regrow his arm back?
Yeah.
But his arm is gone just like a normal person. Like, it's just.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Like, if they hadn't incinerated it, I think they said they could have reattached it. But,
but yeah, it was incinerated, so it was gone.
Yeah. And then we come back to the human world, and Ichigo goes to the Visors and just like, alright guys, just teach me how to become a hollow. I'm not gonna join y'all or anything.
Yeah, but just teach me.
And they're like, oh, we're gonna force you to join us.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, but since you're coming to us, we might as well show you, I guess.
Yeah.
And Ichigo's still resistant, but they sort of force it out of him.
Yeah, because he's like, I don't want to use it. I'm gonna hurt the people around me.
He had this whole little thing with Ruki earlier. Ruki was like, "Are you a little bitch?" And then it got better after that.
I forgot about that. That's literally how it went.
Yeah, when Rukia shows up on Earth, she takes Ichigo to go fight a hollow, and then she's like, "Are you a little bitch?" Or are you Ichigo Kurosaki? And he's like, "Damn, shit, man."
Damn, I guess I am.
Oh man. And then Orihime gets jealous after that, which.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Hey, best romance in all of the big threes. Like, I don't remember any romance in Naruto, but I mean, there is romance in Naruto. We all know he's not the bad one, but.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the romance in Bleach, more than any in One Piece. But One Piece doesn't have any romance like at all. So.
Nope. I can't think of literally any in One Piece.
Unfortunately.
You know. I guess. Well, I got like Pudding and Sanji. You know.
Yeah.
There's that, but it's not much. There's already more in Bleach in these like 200 chapters that we've read so far than all 1,000 chapters of One Piece. What's next? Oh yeah, he gets.
Do you want to just talk about the training he goes under?
Yeah, I mean, like it's not.
There's
not much. Yeah,
he fights Hiyori for like 2 seconds. And Hiyori's like, "You're gonna have to turn down your mask," and then he does, and then she almost dies. And I really like this part because all the other Visors had to come in and just pin him to the ground.
See, yeah, he was about to kill her in like one second, dude.
But I mean, the training is he has to have the internal conflict with his inner hollow in his brain and basically assert his dominance and T-pose on this man. In order to take control of the hollow powers while he has the mask on. And so they have a fight. I don't even remember how this fight goes, honestly. I just remember the conversation mostly that they have.
Yeah, Ichigo is like, "Are you a bitch?
Are you a bitch? Because you're supposed to be the king of this world, but I feel like I'm about to be the king of this world."
Yeah, it's like if you're not gonna pilot this body, I'm like with confidence, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you.
Yeah. And then he goes, you know what? I'm not a bitch. And then he gets the hollow powers.
That's pretty much what this arc, like the early part of this arc is.
Yeah, and then he goes like, all right, I'll lend you my powers, but if you ever become a little bitch again, I'm taking over.
I'm thinking over.
And then
Uh,
so Ichigo manifests his abilities, but he can only do it for like 1 second. Um, and so all the visors are like rotating with him.
mm,
Um, to just increase the timer on his
yeah,
how long he can use the mask for. And that's basically what the training entails.
yeah, pretty much just that for like a month or something like that. I didn't realize how much time passed. Like, there's a lot of time that passes in this arc
Oh yeah,
without you
it's
knowing.
like 2 or 3 months, and then it's like, oh yeah, we have 2 or 3 months until uh, Aizen finishes his plan. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, and then I think we get introduced to Aizen's plan
During this part,
here.
while Ichigo's training,
Yeah.
over at Orihime's house, Toshiro opens a fucking a Skype call.
I forgot about that. This is magic Skype call
Yeah,
from.
with the captain commander, and he tells us the objective, which is he needs the human souls, which is what we saw them doing earlier, where they were taking just the souls of humans. Um,
Yeah.
he needs 100,000 of them uh, from Karakura Town in order to create a key to the dimension where the king of the Soul Society lives. which
Yeah,
this is
that's
expanded lore.
wild.
um,
Cause yeah, they don't ever taught they they never mentioned him like first in any time before this. But I guess there's a king of the Soul Society, but he's in a whole separate pocket
yeah,
dimension.
yeah, he just doesn't fuck around with anybody. He doesn't like do anything with anybody.
Yeah.
And so Aizen wants to use the orb to create Arrancars to take the
Yeah.
souls to create the key, the body of the king, and overthrow the king and become the ruler of, I guess, all of Soul Society and Earth.
Yep.
Which I think it's deeper than that, because Aizen doesn't see, like, Aizen to me isn't just like a simple villain like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seems like he's being very simple right now, but yeah, I feel like there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I
But
think
I don't know.
I think to be honest, I think the Captain Commander is just like,
Spitballing.
this is what we know, he's getting the key.
Mm,
Our we're like we're thinking the theory is he's gonna overthrow the king,
right.
right? But we know for a fact that he's gonna make a key to the king of
Yeah,
the Soul Society. I think that's
that's
why.
his objective.
I think that's where he's spitballing, and he's just yeah, yeah. But we don't know yet.
Mhm.
Mm, I
Yeah, and it's not really brought up after this point yet. So
Yeah, and we finally
other than
get
the
some.
fact that they're gonna use like the whole town
Yeah,
to make the key, because there's
yeah,
something about the town.
yeah. So we'll see where this goes. I'm excited to see what Aizen's true objective is, because this man is conniving. We don't even know what, like,
Yeah.
he has illusion powers or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's hypnosis. Yeah, hypnosis
hypnosis,
powers.
but we don't even know how strong they are. We don't even know exactly what they do. But we do see.
No.
Actually, really like this part.
Hmm.
At the end of the Skype call, um, the 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 first captain is like, "Hey, Toshiro, somebody wants to talk to you," and it's Momo.
Oh
And
yeah.
Momo's like recovering from her, like, injuries, and then she's like, "Do you think Aizen is, like, still a good guy? Do you think he's just messing with all of us?" And it's just like super, like, it was kind of creepy to me, but I was just like, it's just like super, like, we're seeing how manipulative Aizen was, like how, like, deeply,
Yeah.
like, how deeply he messed with this girl, you know?
Yeah, where she still thinks he's good. It's
Yeah.
like it's just a prank. I
Uh,
swear.
I actually really like this part of the story.
Huh.
I think it's like, I think it really makes a good point of, like, showing us how evil Aizen really is. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, but Chad is
Yeah,
training
yeah.
now. All the side characters are training now, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. They're getting. There's a lot of training in Bleach, because
Yeah.
they gotta. I mean, I think they explained like the power like scale from here, whereas like you got your regular Menos Grands,
Mm-hmm.
and then like there's like 3 tiers of Hollow, You get your Minos Grands, you got your Espadas, or yeah, Espadas, right?
Espadas are the highest form, but there's like
No, and
tier.
then there's the Vasto Lords.
Right, and there's no Vaster Lord yet. Right.
Yeah. And then they don't know how strong they get with a
Yeah.
like when they become an Arrancar. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so they've got a challenge to overcome because like a Vastalord by themselves are stronger than captains.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't even know it's gonna like when one shows up, shit's gonna go down.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So Chad's training with Renji. Renji's Renji
Oh
wants
yeah,
something from Urahara. I'm just gonna bring this up right now because I don't know what he wants. But
yeah, I forgot
Renji
about
is looking for something. I assume it has something to do with Rukia.
that.
That's my assumption based on what I know about Renji.
Yeah,
Because what else is he motivated by?
fair.
um, so he helps Chad with his training. Uryu's training with his dad to regain his powers. Orihime's training with Rukia, and she finds out about all these plans. And she sees Ichigo's training for a second, and then she goes to train with Rukia in Otherworld for a bit. Otherworld. This
Mhm.
is not Dragon Ball. Hold on.
Otherworld, bro.
The Soul Society. um, and then I forgot what I was saying.
I don't know.
This these guys' trainings. We do get some. We have gotten some side character stuff. Tatsuki
Mm-hmm.
can now see like Ichigo in a Soul Reaper form.
No,
Also,
yeah.
Soul Reaper's pervert friend can also see Soul Reapers now because he sees Zukaku's fight earlier. I didn't bring up.
Right.
Again, they're being developed. I don't know what this means. I don't know if they're ever gonna be actually part of the story, but
I don't
they've
know.
been more part of it than I ever thought they would be. So
That's true. Oh yeah, we get kind of an explanation for Chad's powers at least, and a little bit of Orihime's. Um, when they talk to the Vizards,
yeah.
um, there's like there's one of the Vizards who has a power that's very similar to Orihime's.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Chad kind of puts two and two together. He's like, yeah, I think this power is like close to a Hollow's. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
closer to a Hollow's power than a Soul Reaper's. Um, so that kind of gets a little bit explained there because that's still one of the questions going on. Is like,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell are these powers?
Yeah.
Uh, and then
And then the third incursion's
Orihime
about to
gets
start.
connect, right?
What?
Oh no, no,
No,
not yet.
that's not yet. The third incursion's about to start. Hueco
Right.
Mundo. Yami gets his arm reattached, and I remember this part because the nurse is like, "How you feeling?" And he's like, and he chops her head off, and he's like, "I would have split you in half if I was at full power."
Forgot about that.
um,
That's
Grim
fucked up.
Grimjow lost his father rank. This is when we find it out, but I'm pretty sure we brought
Oh
it up
yeah.
earlier. Right, and then Orihime's in the Soul Society training with Rukia. And
Yeah.
for like a month. It's again, there's a lot of time passage here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the third incursion starts. Grimjow gets a second chance. To fight Ichigo, but this incursion is going to be led by Urkuria. Um,
Kiora.
Ukiura,
Okay.
and I think what Aizen said, you can take anybody with him, and that's why Grimjow's coming along.
I don't know if he even. I don't know if Kiora even is here in this one. Because.
Oh no. Well, okay. I thought Aizen had sent. I thought Aizen sent him. Right. Oh well, he says to like pick the Arrancar he thinks is fitting for this mission.
Um,
We don't know what the mission is yet, but Aizen tells her courier this. We will find out what the mission is in a bit.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and All Killer is there.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
Yeah. Of course. I was about to say like, come on, bro. Like,
The wiki doesn't mention him anywhere, man. Okay, in one line. Okay.
yeah.
There's a lot of the upper rank Despoта in this crew
Mhm.
that comes.
But honestly, the fights are pretty cool. Urahara fights Yami, and he has like a fucking puppet guy
Oh
that he can just
yeah,
switch with on the spot. And he was just messing with Yami to test this out. He
yeah.
was like, oh, did you notice when I switched?
Man of
um,
science.
Ichigo, this is round two, was Grimjow. And this time he goes hollow mode, which he only has 11 seconds to do this. But he can't win. He, like, 11 seconds was not enough time.
No.
And so he runs out of the power, even though he was doing like Grimbo was getting his ass kicked in that 11-second period.
Yeah.
um, I don't even remember who the fuck
Um,
Loopy is, but I'm looking at this.
Loopy, I think, is the new sixth Espada.
Oh right. Oh, don't want to forget it. He fucking dies after this, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that man's in this one this one like this one part of the story and then dies immediately.
Yeah. Whatever. Kisuke fights Yami. Loopy fights Hitsukiya or whatever. Uh,
Yeah.
some of the other people are there. The important shit that happens is Orihime is being sent back to the human world, um,
Mm.
by the 13th captain, and she's sent with 2 guards alongside with her.
Oh yeah.
As she's traveling in the middle of the thing, Urikara kills both of the guys that are with her, and shows her, Rangiko, Tokyo, all of the guys who are fighting on Earth, and it's like, hey, come with me, or these people die.
Yeah.
um, Ultimately, she agrees. Okiura says, I'll give you 12 hours to say goodbye to one person. Which, like, she isn't even, like, really saying goodbye because she's not even allowed to interact with the people because she's invisible.
Yeah.
Um, and then, so, after she gets taken, uh, everybody leaves. Grimjow leaves in the middle of about to kill Ichigo.
So,
Nobody takes any real damage from this fight.
no.
And then they say goodbye, and they dip. And then Orihime shows up at Ichigo's house while he's sleeping, and she confesses her love, which, okay, this scene did get me a little emotional, because I'm all about that romance. And she was about to kiss him, but she didn't do it, and I was very sad that she didn't kiss him low-key. um,
No.
and then we find out that she's missing the next day, because the Soul Society obviously fucking lost her. And then Ichigo's like, fuck you guys. I'm going after her. um,
Yeah, they're like, no, wait until the attack comes, and then we'll go and take him. But then Gage goes like, no, I'm gonna take him now.
I'm gonna take him now,
And
and
then they're like, no, you're not built for that
they're
yet,
like,
man.
they say we assume Orihime's dead because if she's not dead, that means she went of her own, like she's betrayed us.
Mm,
Which that's not how kidnappings work.
no.
I mean, you can't just assume that, okay, it's either they died right after they got kidnapped,
Yeah.
or they betrayed us. Like that's that's not.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I was like, all right, Captain, jeez. I get that he's being careful because he doesn't, like, he's not really concerned.
Yeah.
His top priority is stopping Aizen. It's not saving Orihime. Um, so he's like, we can't afford to go help her. And so we're just gonna assume she's a traitor, and there you guys go. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to go. You're forbidden. Doesn't matter. Ichigo goes. Chad goes, and they go break Uryu out of his fucking training prison.
Yeah.
And Uryu goes through the loophole of saying like, "Oh, you're not working with the Soul Reapers, so I'm technically not breaking what my dad said."
Yeah. Because it's just Chad. The group is Chad, Ichigo,
Uryu.
Ryu.
Yes, for
And
right now.
then, yeah, because they get joined later.
Yeah, they get joined like just a tiny bit later, but
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's like, nah, there's no Soul Reapers here.
no Soul Reapers here. And that's the end of what I don't know why they split the arcs up like this, but the
Yeah.
Arrancar invasion arc is what that was called, I think.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Arrancar invasion arc.
And so let's just move on to the next arc. I think we
Do
got enough
we?
time.
How long has
We
it
got
been so far?
45 minutes. It's been on.
5 minutes. Oh, okay.
We,
That's not too bad
yeah,
then.
sounds good. Yeah,
Uh,
we might as well do the next one in one.
yeah. This arc is probably gonna be shorter since it is a lot more fights. I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, there's a lot of there's just a lot of fights. This part of the arc is whew, the fights are spicy in it. Best fights in the series, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we had some good fights during like this part of the story. Kaku being a
Yeah,
highlight. Um, the Grimjaw fight was pretty good.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, some of the Hall of Ichigo
some
stuff.
of the highlights good
Um,
stuff. Yeah. But
yeah,
I
but
mean,
then this fight.
before we move
No,
on to
this
the
fight's
invasion of Hueco Mundo,
yeah.
how do you feel about Orihime being kidnapped?
Ah, right.
I have to
forgot
talk about
I
this.
forgot you wanted to talk about this.
My least favorite
Um,
part of all of Bleach, bro.
I didn't mind it. I was like, okay, she's got cool powers that like reverse causality or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we haven't
Um,
found that. Yeah,
yeah, we didn't we didn't talk about
we
that, but
didn't
that's
talk
the whole
about that
reason she
yet,
got
but
kidnapped.
right. My,
Um,
I guess you're right. Aizen knows her powers are special. She has her heal my man's arm that was incinerated, mind you, Grimjow's arm,
yeah.
and it just comes back. So it's like time reversal powers,
hmm
right? Then
Yeah, yeah. She like rejects time or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
and then so Grimjow kills the other six Espada, which is why I don't remember him because
Yeah,
he's pretty fucking
dies
fast.
instantly.
Right. So yeah, that's why Aizen wants her.
Yeah, yeah, because she's got a crazy power,
Yeah.
and she's gonna use it to. Aizen wants to use it to do something with the
So something
Hokyoku or
like that.
something like
We
that.
don't know.
Something. Um.
But
So I kind of see that, and it kind of. I mean, like, yeah, it does feel a little similar to like the whole Rukia thing,
yeah.
Rukia getting kidnapped, and going into a whole like an enemy territory, an enemy dimension,
Yeah, where the odds are
to
stacked
go,
against you.
yeah, it's stacked against you to take to get save your friend, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so it does feel like another.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like a lazy like reuse of a setup, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
um,
And
but you know,
I just think
it's different enough that
it,
it doesn't
it
bother
is
me.
different enough. It is different enough. I will give you that. But I just think we already had Ichigo already had reasons to go into Hueco Mundo without Orihime needing to be kidnapped. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it would have been more interesting to find out as they're in the Hueco Mundo by themselves, because let's just say they go in there because they don't agree that they should wait for them to be ready to use their Hokogyo and steal all the 100,000 souls from um, Karakura, because Ichigo thinks it's too much of a risk to wait that long, right?
Right.
Right? That's how I would have written it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it would have been more interesting to have Orihime come along with them and find out as they're fighting that her power, like let's say Ichigo loses his arm.
Yeah.
Or something. I mean, it would have been a little weird because Grimjaw. Let's say during the Grimjaw fight later, Ichigo takes
yeah.
a mortal wound, and Grimjaw, still down bad, missing an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Ruki is able, not Ruki, Orihime is able to heal both of them, and this is how we found out third time our reverse abilities. I just like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The whole reversibility throws a little bit of a hiccup into it, but
Yeah.
because Aizen's the one that figured that out. But
Mm-hmm.
I just think it would have been more interesting the issue is with them,
Right.
and she acted more as maybe a crutch as they were fighting. Perhaps, probably wouldn't have liked that too much either. But just it would
Yeah.
have been different from just another kidnapping. Another let's go save the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
It's alright though. It's alright though because this part of the story is actually really fucking good. So I don't.
Yeah. No. The setup. It's a small part of it. In all all in all, it's a small part of the whole arc, honestly.
Yeah.
This section of the arc.
But yeah, so now we're in Las Noches or Hueco Mundo. No, Las Noches is the building they're in.
Yeah.
Hueco
Hueco Mundo is
Mundo.
the desert dimension where the hollows live.
Yeah, and just low level hollows just exist in this
Hmm.
world. Hollows that don't eat human souls; they just live on the atmosphere.
Yeah, because it's real um, high spiritual energy
Yeah,
density, and like even higher than the Soul Society.
yeah.
So Soul Reapers get buffs in there, you know.
They spawn in on like a they spawn in like an underground thing. They fight a few Arancars, like two of them. Each goes like, "Watch this. Let me use my attack," and they're just like, "The whole building is gonna collapse on us, bro." Um, these fights don't really do much. I honestly forgot
Oh
that they
yeah,
existed.
I totally forgot they even like spawned underground.
Yeah. But whatever, they go above ground, they see Las Noches, they begin running towards it, and they're running towards it for so long that it's not getting any larger. It's just so big that it doesn't feel like it's getting any closer to
Yeah. God, yeah, it's a cool setting. I
I
like it.
like how Mundo looks.
Yeah, no, I really like how it looks in the manga. Or how I envisioned it to look in the manga. I imagined it to be kind of all gray and white, you know.
I imagine I imagine like why it was lucky I imagine the sun to be black.
Mm-hmm.
Is it black?
Yeah.
It might actually be black, but
I don't know. Um,
with
yeah,
like
but I
gray
mentioned the
skies, you know,
gray skies, that
white
like
ground,
white sand,
white
stuff like
sand.
that. But the anime just makes it look like a normal ass desert with blue sky.
Oh
um,
well,
so
I don't know. But there's blue sky in the Last Noches.
oh, you're right. I actually don't know
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to look at that later.
I
But
know.
yeah, now I'm curious
I'm like, I actually don't know how it
there's
actually looks.
there's a whole plot point about how Aizen made a sky.
Yeah, within the. Oh, never mind. It does actually look really cool.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, no, I looked it up. Okay, no, it does look cool. Never mind.
Cool. All right. Well, besides the point, they're running towards the thing. They run into this fucking these two like Arancars are chasing a little girl, and they stop them, and then they're like, "No, we were just playing tag, bro." And then the little girl's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I only like tag when they chase me to the point where I start crying because I'm a masochist." And then he goes like, "What the?" And he hits the
What
two
is
Arancars. He's like,
wrong
"What are you guys
with you?
teaching this girl?" And these are Nell, Pesci,
Uh,
and Nell, Pesci, and
no.
Don Dochaka.
Yeah, no passion. Don't do chuck.
We're just gonna call them Nell, Pesci, and Don. And they're
Yeah,
Bawa Bawa, which is the funniest name
bawa
in
bawa.
existence. I don't know what that name. That name is just so fun to say.
You like that, huh?
Bawa Bawa, you know.
Bawa bawa. It
um,
is quite the name.
and then they fight this big ass hollow that's like sand. It's a sand monster.
Oh yeah.
And then it
It's like.
reminded me of Crocodile because he's like, "How are you gonna hit sand?"
Oh yeah, you get it wet.
Yeah, and then Renji and Rukia show up, and Rukia just bodies him because Rukia just can freeze
Oh yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah, Ricky just freezes all the sand, one shots it.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
they go to Las Noches. They go into the front door. Las Noches is ginormous, by the way.
Absolutely massive.
There are full size trees next to it that look like just shrubs.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny.
um, but the moment they walk in, of course, there's a 5-way fork in the road.
That's perfect. there's five of us, five paths,
Yeah.
and then they're like, I think, was it who was like, all right, we should stay together and pick a path, but then they're like, somebody else was like, "Nah, we can cover more ground. We can cover more ground if we split up."
I think it was Ryu probably who said we should stick together. He seems like that. I don't remember who it
Probably.
was, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
um, while they're in there, Nell and them like stopped because they felt like the spiritual pressure of what was ahead. Um,
Mhm.
but then Nell was like, "No, I want to stay with Ichigo," so she runs after Ichigo, and then Pesh and Dondochika are like, "Oh, we have to go after Nell," and they both go in, but all of them go in different directions.
Yeah. Of course.
um, but then they end up in what is called the, I forget what the section was called. The numbered, the triple digit section of the Las Noches or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. They fight the 3-digit Arrancar, which like we had this preconception where like the lower the or the higher the number of Espada, the weaker they were. Or not Espada, the higher the Arrancar number, the weaker they were. Uh, but then they're like, nah, actually, the triple digits
Our past, our
yeah, past
X top 10.
yeah, X top 10 Espada.
Yeah, and so Ichigo fights a guy called Alessandro del Socasio.
Dordoni Alessandro de so yeah, I don't know.
Socasio. Doni Alessandro
Socastio.
del Socasio. Um, and this guy, he's pretty cool, honestly. He's like
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
getting Mexican, just like the Spanish tones.
Yeah.
um, I don't
Yeah,
even
he
remember
calls
this fight all that much.
I don't remember much of this fight. I remember he calls him
Nino.
Nino, yeah.
Um,
That's about all I remember about it.
he introduces to Cero, which is Cero is
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
a fucking Kamehameha wave that all the Arankars can do.
Yeah. I like how it looks. Because it like that's like a thin concentrated beam that comes out like about like a few inches away from their hand,
Yeah.
instead of like from their hand. So I think it looks cool as an attack. Uh and then oh yeah, Nell eats the Cero.
Oh, that's right,
Um
and then she rebounds it.
yeah.
Right, that shit was crazy actually. And then yeah, and then Dordoni's like, "Hey, use your hollow powers on me," and then Ichigo's like, "All right," and just fucking bodies him in one attack.
Yeah, he's like, I'll use them on you, but just for a second,
Yeah,
and then actually uses it for a second and bodies him.
bodies him, and then now throws up on him. She spits on him, but there was a lot of fucking spit.
Oh yeah, she spits at him because apparently her spit has healing properties or something like that. That's what
Yeah.
that's what she said. It's only mentioned like once and it never comes back. But but that's the reason given. I remember that for some reason.
Yeah,
Because I was
yeah.
I was I was expecting that to come back, like because they're down a healer. They don't have Orihime.
But it
So I was
doesn't
like,
really
maybe
matter.
Nell's gonna maybe
Yeah,
Nell's gonna be the healer, but no.
it doesn't.
No.
Then Dordoni gets back up, and Ichigo just takes him down again. Um,
Hmm.
but the ex, I don't know how to pronounce it. Ehikeas, Ehikeas,
Uh,
Ekis, Ekias. I don't know. Ekias, Ikeas. Uh,
oh, the
Ekias. I think
eh, X, eh, X,
the X is silent. It's
yeah,
like an H sound.
X,
Ehikias.
Exekias,
I don't know.
Exekias. That's how the Japanese said it. They that's the Japanese, like the katakana for it is Exekiasu.
All right,
So
whatever.
Exekias.
They're
Whatever. It's
Donnie's
been way
like,
too long.
here, I'll fight them for you, Ichigo. Go. Don't you're an honorable dude, and I'm an honorable dude, but don't expect the other Renkars to be honorable. Um,
Yeah.
and then he dies to the Ekihiyas. To the whatever the fucking Arrancar Secret Service. I'm just gonna call them that from now on.
Yeah, no, they don't pop up too
They're
much
like the
though. So.
cleanup crew.
Yeah, they're the foot soldiers. Um,
God.
yeah.
And then we cut to whatever. We cut to Uryu fighting this bitch called Siraku. This fight's pretty interesting. She's
Oh
got
yeah.
she's got some interesting moves. We
She's
get
got
to
some vibrating blades.
we
And
get to see
stuff.
Uryu's new
Quincy
new
ability.
Quincy abilities. He's got a fucking chainsaw blade, which is kind of sick.
Yeah, it's got a cool sword.
Except he's like, hey, yeah, Quincy's don't use swords.
Yeah, and then it turns out it's an arrow. But yeah, what stuck out to me was that he's like, it's not just a sword. That the whole purpose of the vibration isn't to be able to cut things faster. It's to suck in, it's to drain spiritual energy from its target.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's a cool attack.
Yeah,
The fight goes on for a while.
yeah.
I
The Seal
remember.
Schneider is what the blade is called. Again, using German
Yeah,
word for I'm pretty sure
for the
Quincy's. Yeah.
Quincy's. Yeah.
And then Pet shows up, uses this move called Infinite Slick, where he just spits on shit. It
Oh
just
yeah.
makes it really fucking slippery.
Yeah.
But it's
So
not
slippery that it
infinite because he
bounces off.
runs out after like 2 pages.
Yeah. It's like, you said it was infinite.
It's just a cool
Alright.
name.
Yeah, I thought infinite sounded pretty cool.
um, but this fight's pretty cool. I like the use of the Quincy powers. He's got some pretty cool new attacks.
Yeah.
It does go on for a bit long, but he's also pretty good at like. I like this fight because of the room they're in. There's a lot of pillars and stuff. A lot of different environmental fighting.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of, there's a lot of rooms in Las Noches that is just
a building.
like, there's a lot of rooms in Las Noches that is like, that are just like, these are fighting rooms. You're not these rooms are nothing but fighting.
Yeah.
Just interesting terrain to fight in, which I think is pretty funny. Because there's just so many rooms that are just have unique geometry and terrain that are just make for interesting fighting rooms, fighting terrain.
And then Chad is out here fighting another dude.
Oh yeah. This fight was hype because Chad gets to do something finally.
I don't know what number this is. Give me a second. I'm gonna buy that. Like he fights with a number this bottle. I mean, they all fight.
He's in 107.
Right. Okay. Whatever. They all fight. Triple digit is bottles here, but.
Yeah.
And this is where we learn. Okay. Why are the Arrancars Mexican? I don't know.
We don't.
But Chad realizes the moment he stepped into Hueco Mundo that he felt stronger here. And then in the middle of this, he's fighting this dude, and he's like, "I figured out. So my right arm is actually supposed to be a shield."
Yeah, my right arm isn't even the fighting arm. It's like, goddamn.
And then he pulls out his left arm, which is called the brazo izquierda del diablo, which translates to left arm of the devil.
And then just one shots this man, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he goes El Muerte, which is death. He just says death, and just what like this man like splatters against the wall like.
Oh my god. And then Chad gets bodied by the fifth Espada.
But you know what? At least he got his licks in this time.
Yep, at least he got to do something cool.
Yeah.
Before.
Like this ain't like the Soul Society where he just got bodied by a captain. At least he got some cool fucking moments.
Yeah, I got a cool ability, like development on his ability. It looks sick too.
Yeah.
But then he just gets, I guess, one shot by the fifth Espada. So. Oh well.
And then everybody's like, "Oh no, did Chad lose again? How did Chad lose?"
Again.
No, or he may
No,
sad
no,
because Chad
Chad.
lost. Also, okay, this is okay. I'm about to
Hmm?
go back on the Orihime bit again.
Ah.
Aizen. First off, I missed some part. Aizen was like, they don't. Society doesn't know, but I can pour all of my energy into the Hogoki to create an Arrancar early, even though it shouldn't have the power to do this yet.
Uh.
I can just return. I can just push it into a state where it's semi-complete, so I can create Arancars, right?
Mhm.
Whatever. He shows this to Orihime. Orihime resolves to destroy it. This doesn't go anywhere, but she's like, I have the ability to destroy the Hogoku. Don't know
Yeah.
where this is gonna go yet, but when okay, so Okoria seems pretty friendly at first,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Oh, your friends are here," and she like is genuinely confused why they are here. uh,
Yeah.
it bothers me how like she's like, "What? Why'd they come?" But like, I'm just like, bro, you Ichigo laid down his life for somebody he barely knew for like 3 months. In
Yeah,
Rukia,
it's like, yeah, do you not remember going after Rukia? And then yeah, it's like we've known you for longer.
he's known you for basically most of his life at this point.
Yeah.
And he like like probably has a crush on you too. Unclear.
Unclear.
Unclear. I'm gonna say this right now. But it's just like, bro, come on. It bothered me how much it bothered her that they came after her. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like they knew that. I'm just gonna blow my load on this. Orikara tricked her into like thinking it was her decision to come with him,
Mhm.
which I thought was like the redeeming fact of the whole Orihime bit.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes Orikara first off a cutting guy, because he
Mhm.
like it's like appealing to her emotions, right?
Yeah.
He's manipulating her emotions to make her feel like she's in control when she's really not,
Mhm.
which I think was really cool. Um,
Yeah.
but I think she's it's dumb to her to assume like they don't know why she left in terms of in her head she thinks she left. It was her decision. She thinks it was her decision. Um, but so like why wouldn't they come after you? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's a little weird. Or he may. I I
I
thought she would do more, but she's really just the damsel in
I
distress for this
guess
arc.
yeah she really is, but I guess if we go back to the substitute arc, she is the airhead of the group. So you know what? Maybe that's
That is true. I
she
forgot about
she
that.
is the one who's like, oh Rukia, if you got a crutch on Ichigo, we could double team him.
Double team.
And in the
Uh,
anime, they expanded that clip, by the way,
I
where
forgot
it's
about
like,
that.
have you seen that clip in the anime?
Yeah,
Where it's like, oh Rukia, if you fall in love with him, and then we can get like if Tatsuki fell for him too, like. Actually, that's really funny. Um, Regardless, Rukia encounters
yeah.
the Novena is father, the Knights is father.
Uh,
Uh,
Eriniro, Eriniro, I
right.
can't say
I'm
his
not
name,
going to
dude.
say this was a Mexican accent, so it sounds more. It's how I think it's supposed to be said. Aroniero Arurueria. Still can't say the last
Okay.
name. The first name I can say, Aruniero, pretty easy. Aroniero. They basically just slap two names together for that.
Yeah.
Aroniero. Which, I know a guy called Niero, but that's not his name. That's his nickname. I don't know.
Huh.
um,
Yeah, no, I have this panel screenshotted just because I thought it was such a such a dumb name.
it is just a dumb name. Like I don't like I said, Aroniero is just two names slapped together.
Yeah. And then you got Aruri.
Yeah, I don't even know what the
Aruri.
fuck that's about. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck that name's about.
Oh god.
But it's Kai and Shiba.
Shiba, yeah. Cayenne. Man.
I was actually really about to spoil like more recent One Piece. I can't say that actually on here.
Oh
I was
yeah.
about to, but when Kai and
Yeah,
Shiba,
we haven't covered Wano yet.
yeah,
Well,
we have
calm
covered.
down.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. When Kai Shiba showed up, well, how upset I was. Low key that this man was here.
Yeah.
Because I just jumped to conclusions. I was like, no way, Sheba's just gonna join the group now. That's just what's gonna happen.
Hmm. I see. I see.
I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's. I was like, okay, there's no way this man is like alive, like in the same way at least, you know. And then
he,
he's like, he tells Ruki, it's like, okay, if you wanna,
yeah, he's
if you
just
want me to
fucking
join
with
you,
her.
yeah, if you want me to join you guys, kill all your friends for me,
Yeah,
please.
and
And she's like, what?
and he's like, actually, JK, I'm just joking, Rukia. Don't worry about it. Um, Come to find out, this is why I remembered that the whole daylight thing was artificially made by Aizen.
Mm-hmm.
Because this man, the Novana Espada, can only fight in darkness.
Yeah, because his ability only works in darkness. His clone ability.
Yeah. Where he's able to clone the victims of who he's a. He is actually the demon, like the Arrancar that killed Shiba that fused with him back all those years ago.
Yeah.
When he
Or
died,
I thought he was more of the scientist, and then the body of the Hollow got sent back to Hueco Mundo,
yeah,
and he absorbed it or something like that.
yeah, something like that. But
He has basically no connection to Kai to Kaien.
yeah, but he has all his memories, which is why he's able to talk with Rukia like this. He has all the
Yeah.
Kai's memories. Um, and you know what? As this played out, I thought it was really. I was a little upset that he was here in the first place, but it turned out pretty interesting. As terms of
Yeah.
more just kind of manipulating Rukia and like showing her weakness.
Hmm.
Because she's still holding his desk over her, you know, like
Yeah.
birding in her. And so right, she wins this fight, but it was like pretty much neck and neck. She basically had to like she almost died fighting him. Um,
Yeah.
because Kain was the one who taught her to fight, and he has the memories of Kain. Blah blah blah.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I also want to bring up that Kaien looked different than just Ichigo during this fight to me. Like he still looked pretty Ichigo-y, but he looked like he had like longer hair, you know, a different expression on his face.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. He he seemed to have solved that problem a little bit.
yeah. Thank you, please. I'm glad.
Yeah.
um, I don't remember how much of this fight goes actually. I know he pulls out like a spear at some point.
Yeah. And then Rukia blows out the wall. Um, and then he gets hit with the sunlight, and then oh yeah, yeah. And then he broke her Zanpakuto toe, and then he was like getting right up close to her face, and then she like regenerated her Zanpakuto like in his head,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a sick way to end the fight. Um, and that was, yeah, that was that ended.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, pretty interesting. Um,
Hmm.
we
Yeah,
cut,
it was an interesting fight, not bad.
yeah, we cut to Renji who's fighting. I don't even know how to fucking
S-
Sayela Poro.
yes, yeah, yeah, you say that.
That's my best guess as how to say this name, bro.
Yeah, Sayalaporo Grants.
Grants. Renji tries to use his Bankai, doesn't work. He's a Sayela Poro is a scientist dude. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. This fight kind of goes on for a long time.
Yeah, and it's
Is
not very interesting to me until the end.
I think it's
Um,
pretty interesting. But it's just like it kind of just like
it just drags,
I
you know.
think okay. So basically, he's trying to fight him. My boy Don Show is also trying to. He's there.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they fight and defeat a bunch of like they're a bunch of dudes. Uryu shows up after this. They
Yep.
they fight for a while. They can't really do nothing. They hurt him at some point with like a combined attack, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go heal this off. Y'all fight these fucking followers of mine."
Yeah.
um, he tries to mess with Renji by saying that Rukia died.
Mm-hmm.
Some other stuff happens. I don't know. There's a lot of shit happens, but it really doesn't feel like much to me.
No. No, it was probably my least favorite fight of the arc.
hmm
It's just dragged
Bro, it had
for me.
a fucking raw ending though, but that's
Oh yeah,
way later.
yeah. No, we'll get to that. The like this section of the fight is boring, but the conclusion to this fight.
Yeah,
Mm,
but just
mm.
yeah. Basically, all you need to know, or you and Renji are trying to Ryu's trying to use his big brain to outsmart this man.
Yeah,
Um,
but this man is even bigger
yeah, he's
brain.
even enormous brain, but it's pretty interesting. They have some interesting combo attacks. This is the first really like combo. I'd give that to this.
Yeah,
Like
like
this is
two-person fight.
two-person fight, but they're 2v1 in this man and losing. So I don't know what the fuck that says about them.
Yeah.
To be fair, he is fucking cheating, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
um, right.
That's another reason why I didn't like him as a fighter. I guess his
Yeah.
fighting style was felt very just unfair and boring to
Yeah,
me.
it's just like, oh, you can't use Bankai. Oh, or you can't use like this Quincy ability. It's just like,
Yeah, it's like I've trapped you in
okay,
a room that disables your powers, and it's like, when
yeah,
did you have the time to set this up?
yeah. But I hope we get more combo two v2s, maybe 2v1s like this later.
Yeah, yeah. No, the combo fight was aspect of it was fun.
Because he has potential. Like, or you came up with a pretty good plan to hurt this guy. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm kind of excited to see if there's more combo fights. So far,
Yeah.
I think the manga I like the most that has combo fights is Black Clover, which is really funny because it's the only manga I can think of that has like real combo fights. Maybe Demon Slayer. The ending of Demon Slayer has some good combo fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, but pretty good. Pretty mid basically.
Yeah.
This is the weakest fight in the whole thing for me.
Yeah. Same.
Urikara is fighting Ichigo. They fight for like two. I don't even know what I call this a fight. Ichigo is not even interested in Ukoria at first.
Yeah, no, he just kind of squares up, and then Grimchild comes in.
Yeah.
It's like, you're my prey, and then body is then starts fighting Ulquiorra, and then just
Yeah.
man pops out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
um, I guess Grimchild just sent this man to the Shadow Realm for the time being.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really funny.
Yeah. And Okira is like Ichigo's like, I don't need to fight you, Okira. I have no reason to fight you. And he's like, what if I tell you that I am the one who took Orihime? And then Ichigo, Bankai, this man. But yeah, this fight there's not really much of a fight. They don't really fight for like more than a few pages at most.
Yeah.
And it's pretty one-sided. Ichigo cannot touch this man. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even think Ulquiorra throws an attack.
I think he hits him a little bit, but
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Meanwhile, Urihime's getting bullied by fucking Arrancar children, which like children in any universe are fucking mean as fuck, I guess.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, these two like kids. I don't even know. They're just like a boy and a girl, who are like super devout Aizen believers, I guess. Break into Orihime's cell and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, you ain't shit, and like kick the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And then Grimjaw shows up and just bodies the two of them.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, "Come with me." But she heals those two kids again. And they're like, "Oh, maybe she is a nice person." I don't know where these two kids are gonna do later, if they're even important to anything. But
yeah, I doubt it. But who knows?
Who knows? Perhaps. I do like kids. Never mind. I'm not finishing that sentence. I was gonna say I do like when kids cry, but because Grimjaw shows up and bodies them, and they like just start crying. Maybe I like it when shitty kids start crying. I like it when shitty people start crying like that. I'm gonna rephrase that because the same thing happened with Sayori earlier when she was fighting Ichigo. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Alright. Um, let me get the best. Would you say the best fight? Maybe second best.
I would I would say either best fight or like yeah, no, I'd say best fight. My favorite fight of the arc, I'd say.
Okay. Well, I kind of like the Pachi fight, but
I mean, I feel that, but
yeah.
like I don't know. I just the choreography of this fight. I really like.
Yeah. Um, but yeah. Okay, so this fight starts. Grimjow took Orihime to basically ask her to heal both Ichigo and Grimjow to full, so that they could have a completely fair, no holds barred to the death match. To the death match.
Hmm. Yeah.
um, and goddamn.
Ooh, boy.
Oh boy, this fight is good, dude. I didn't.
Oh man, this fight. Hmm.
I don't even know what to say about this fight. I can't describe it because like a lot of shit happens in the fight. It's a pretty long fight.
Yeah, no, it is a lot. Um, it's basically just Hollow Ichigo and Grimjow just kicking the shit out of each other, like flying around.
Yeah, but we're getting into some high levels like powers right now.
Yeah, this is. Mm. Yeah, one thing that stands out to me is the we start off a chapter with some other Arrancar like watching the fight from Hueco, not Hueco Mundo, Las Noches,
Mm-hmm.
from like a building inside, um, and they're like, what's going on over there? It feels like two Espadas fighting. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like holy fuck, what's happening?
the sheer spiritual pressure coming from over there is just incredible.
And just like Ichigo is such a beast in this fight that Orihime gets scared of him.
Yeah, because this man like fully uses his hollow ability for the
Yeah.
first time.
And then it's just like it actually ends up being Nell who's like, Ichigo's putting his whole like being on the line for Hime and them.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Go Ichigo," and now being the precious child that she is. She's very cute,
Nell is adorable.
very adorable.
We haven't talked much about Nell, but she's great.
Yeah. No, she's great. Um, but yeah, this fight's great. I actually haven't seen the anime version of it yet. Um,
I
I probably like it more than you.
I don't. It was just when I watched, it was just really slow. Um,
Yeah.
like they didn't. Just the animation wasn't. It was a lot of still frames.
Mm.
But yeah, give it a check out. I didn't think it was too great, but um, I think it was more in my head. I'm looking at this fight and they're going like a million miles an hour, like blasting each other through buildings,
Mm-hmm.
like blocking attacks, and yeah, going really fast. Whereas the anime kind of took it a little slower.
Right.
So I think that was more of a my imagination, my expectations versus reality type thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. I get it. In the anime, of course, filler, padding,
Hmm. Yeah.
all these things hold it back from being like a. Big all the big three animes have some serious like filler issues.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So after this fight, like Ichigo's ready to leave because he has Orihime now.
Hmm.
My boy Noitra shows up again after bonding Chad
Yep. And shows back up.
and just
And
starts. He bodies Grimjow first off. Um,
yeah, he nearly kills Grimjow.
yeah. And then he starts bodying Ichigo, who is like, no, no,
Yeah,
like no
Ichigo
way.
can't take this man.
But while Ichigo is being bodied, Nell turns into a sexy lady because of course.
Of course. Yeah, she reveals that she's actually the former fifth Espada.
The Quinto Espada, yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Which is the position is currently owned by Neutra.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Taken from her,
but
by
yeah,
Naruto, yes. And so we learn a little bit of the backstory there. She was the first boss Neliel to
No.
Odoshwank.
Yeah, what a name. Neliel to Odolshunk, yeah.
And she is a bit of a pacifist.
Yeah, I don't remember what her whole thing is. Um, she bodies Neutra while she's there. Um,
Yeah.
she nearly wins, and then she kind of runs out of energy, I guess, and reverts back to baby form.
Yep. Baby form.
Um, so that was
It's
cool.
baby
Kind of
time.
kind of comes out of nowhere and then does nothing, but it's kind of cool. We got a character set up for later.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and her powers are cool. She's got a centaur form.
Yeah,
Um,
we see the backstory. Norcha defeated her because he lost to her, and
yeah.
and he was like, "A woman defeated me. A woman defeated me.
Yeah, I
No."
can't stand a woman being on top.
Yeah, fucking okay. Damn, calm down.
Okay.
That's
I
basically
know
all
you're
his
the villain,
motivation.
but you don't gotta be that much of a villain.
Yeah, that's basically it. And then we find out, after their fight, Nell turned baby mode, back
Mm,
in the past, because her mask got cracked. Um, and then Passion. So so let's cut back to the other fight real quick. And now this is when it starts getting good,
mm-hmm.
because Pesh and Donkonku, Don Don, I'm just gonna
Don't chaka.
Don
That's the
Chaka. They vowed to protect Nell from any danger, while she was in baby mode. But the moment she turned
mm-hmm.
back, they were like, okay, it's time to be serious, and they were both like assistants to her, so they were both really strong as well. And they came
Yeah.
up with a technique to defeat my dude who was Haupt Neutra. Um, Scientist guy Haupt Neutra to take out now. Um, and they came up with I didn't like I remember I should have screenshotted it because I didn't like the way the English translation translated it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Because it was they used Cero Syncreteco, but the translation said Cero Fusion, which
Mm.
it's more of it would actually translate to Cero Synchronized is like the correct way to translate that, a more
Ah.
accurate way to translate that, but it's just a synchronized Cero that they merged
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So fusion is not a wrong word. I like synchronized more. Um,
Fair.
Still doesn't work. Cause
No.
like he's like, oh, I predicted that too. I hate this man because he's like, I outsmarted everybody. Like I had the plan from the whole beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, you whipped out a new ability? I actually knew you had that ability.
I predicted that you would learn in the middle of this fight.
Yeah.
It's just like, when people say Bleach has some bullshit ass pull power ups, because it kind of does with, but that's just the nature of
Mm-hmm.
Bonkai and holification. It all has at least reasoning, which is why I'm fine with it. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
this man doesn't
Yeah,
have any fucking. This man is actually pulling shit out of his ass.
yeah, no. This is actually just like, oh, you did this. I already knew you were about to do this. So you lose. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Uh, but then, the fucking 12th captain shows up. The fucking
Mayuri,
mad
dude. Oh my
scientist.
god, he shows up and he just turns this fight from a kind of dull whatever fight to like the fucking most intense part of Bleach that I've read probably.
Oh my god, this fight. It's this. I love this fight because it's just two big brain scientists going up against each other. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude, it's actually insane, but it's just like, yeah, Mayuri's even more big brained, and like he uses Bonkai and he poisons this man, and this man's like, I know you were gonna do that. And he's like, huh, you're pretty interesting, huh? And then
Yeah.
like the poison wasn't just he's like, oh yeah, no, this is I already injected you with something.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And this is why I say like this is like one of the most intense things I read in Bleach. Because
Yeah.
he injects him with a drug, and he's like, "Yeah, this drug actually gives you superhuman abilities."
it it speeds up your reaction time to so much that you're just everything like takes like 1,000 years to happen.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
I'm increasing your reaction time by like 1,000,000-fold.
hmm
So he's like, and he in the middle of explaining it, you can see we come back to this perspective from my boy, and it's just like
yeah,
how many years have passed since he started having since he started talking. You're like hundreds, centuries,
yeah,
millenniums, and it's just like, and he's like, and then like. Mayuri very casually just starts walking up to him with his sword and just starts
this sort out.
putting it through his chest, and he's like, "Oh man, I've waited years for this sword to touch my heart and my life." And it's just like,
It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, most characters, I feel like I would feel so bad for them having to like die that way, but this
100%.
man felt totally deserved.
I was so hyped. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!
It's like, holy shit,
No, this is the character death I've been wanting, dude." Like,
God.
holy,
Oh, that's such. And it's so scary because it's like, I mean, we saw this man against us in the last arc,
yeah,
but now he's on our side, and it's like he's still
yeah. He's
terrifying.
still
Like,
chaotic neutral. Like, he uses his Bankai, and Uryu's like, I built a resistance because he used it on me last time, and he's like, no, I actually changed the formula every time I use Bankai. And Uryu and Renji are like getting bodied by the poison while they're watching, and also like Uryu lost his stomach at some point because this man pulled out like dolls and shit to fuck with them.
hmm
Which,
Oh yeah, he had voodoo dolls
he
and
has voodoo
shit.
dolls. We didn't bring it up because we don't like this man that much.
No.
But, I mean, it did get good around this part.
Yeah.
Did have voodoo dolls, and they're like just dying. And Mayuri is still like just chaotic neutral. He's like, all right, here's the poison, and then like, are you gonna heal your daughter? And he does some shit to her.
It's just they don't show, but they show some
She's
like
just moaning
there's
off
a speech.
screen.
Yeah, there's a speech. There's just moaning off the panel, and it's like, what is going on
Yeah,
over there?
and Uryu and Renji are just like their reaction shots are them blushing and like what is happening right now?
They're blushing like wide eyed.
And then she's fully healed in the next panel.
Like, what happened, bro?
I don't know, and I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
but but I mean, okay, the reason Mayuri is here is because the Soul Society finally stepped in,
Yeah.
sent backup to help these guys, do their thing.
Yep. Yep.
So while
Yeah. There's three or four.
it was
I think
no, it was
just
Byakuya, Mayuri, and Kenpachi.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, three captains.
Byakuya saves Rukia from the Septama Espada. He has a pretty good fight with the Septama, the seventh Espada.
Mm-hmm.
This guy can look
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
you
No.
in any body part or anything that he looks at, he takes control of.
Oh yeah.
Byakuya just says, okay, and just chops that part of him, like basically just
Like he cuts the
he
tendons
cuts
so
the
that he
nerves so
can't
that they
move
can't
that.
move.
Ugh.
Ooh, and then this fight is so OD because it's like yeah, I have 40 eyes, right? And then Byakuya's
Yeah.
like, okay, oh man, you got me. And then the guy's like, drop your sword. And then I was like, oh, no, I know where this is going.
Ow. And my guy's like, okay. Bankai.
He's like, I see you have 50 eyes there, but can you stop individual
Can you-
blades?
Can you stop a million swords? It's like, oh my god. And then he just dissolves this man.
Yeah, it's not even close. And it's like, your one mistake was using Rukia as like, because he took over Rukia's body, who was on the ground.
Mhm.
Your one mistake was like endangering people I care about or whatever. Again, trying to get us to care more about Byakuya, because
Mhm.
he was like the main villain of the last arc, besides when Aizen came in.
Yeah.
And then we have possibly my favorite side. I still gotta think about between the Kenpachi, the Ginzao, and this fight. But Kenpachi,
I love
bro.
these fights both, but for different reasons. I love the insanity that is this fight, though. This fight is absolutely amazing, just because of Kenpachi.
He's so like
Oh my god.
Kenpachi. At this point, I was like, okay, maybe we'll see a Shikai. Man doesn't
Mhm.
need it. I thought like, okay, Kenpachi using a Shikai, that That would be some interesting power scaling because he would just be infinitely stronger just with Shikai
Yeah.
alone. Not even he doesn't even need Bankai.
Hmm.
Doesn't even need Shikai still. This man just comes in.
No, man gets a power up. Man gets a power up in the fight, because because he figures out how to use two hands with
Yeah,
this
yeah.
when swinging his sword.
So he's absolutely bodying my boy Nyarta
No, yeah,
Nyotra.
Nitra.
And Noitra's like, oh, I'm supposed to be the strongest. I hate losing, specifically to girls mostly. Again,
Yeah.
weird, but all right, pop off, I guess. And Kenpachi's like, hey man, you're a pretty good fight. You're a pretty good fighter. You kind of cut me a little bit. That's crazy. And this man,
Yeah.
it's so crazy because this man every time he hurts Kenpachi just gets stronger.
Yeah.
uh,
Like,
and,
oh my
and he cuts off his eye patch. And Kenpachi
yeah.
just like almost slices this man in half.
Oh my god.
And he's like, oh, I've been holding back because I didn't want to finish the fight, but you cut off my eye patch. And he's like, what is that eye patch?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, he like they both have eye patches, which I know is kind of funny.
All right, because that
And
does come
yeah,
up. He stabs him through the face, but it's that's where his hollow hole is.
yeah, no, because Kenpachi was having a hard time finding out how to hurt this man,
Yeah.
how to cut this man, and he's like, I don't know anybody with whose eyes and mouth are
Well, like I can't
can
cut.
stand up to steel.
Yeah.
And then stabs him through the eye, and I thought that was the end of it. But no, he just got that's where his hollow hole is in his
Yes.
eye.
So it didn't do anything to him.
It looked cool though.
But then Kenpachi's swinging at this man, and he moves out the way and takes his eye patch off. Like he tries to cut Kenpachi's face, and the eye patch comes off.
Yeah, and then just the face
just
that
like,
he makes when he realizes that he still has an eye under there. It's
yeah,
like,
it's just like,
oh my god.
and then Kenpachi with his swing, he didn't realize his eye patch got cut off, so he almost finished it in that swing because he was like, oh shit, I was holding back, I didn't want to finish you.
Yeah, you took off my limiter. You almost made me kill you in accident, bro.
And then Noche's like limiter, and then Noche like at this point is like, okay, Shikai time, you know, time
Yeah.
to go into my true form. And then he's like, and Kenpachi's like, oh, okay, interesting. Did you know that when you fight using two hands on one sword, it actually gives you stronger sword strings? I just found this shit out. Like I just found this tech out like 20 minutes ago.
And then, and then he just cuts him into two.
You have, and you're just like, bro, what is this fight? Kenpachi's best character in Bleach, and you can't tell me otherwise, dude. I'm sorry,
I know,
Renji.
dude.
I love you, Renji, but Kenpachi's just too good, dude.
It's so good. Like I had the biggest smile on my face reading this fight. It's just so funny. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, alright. Well, that's basically the end of the arc with up to where we read.
Yeah.
Aizen's going to Karakura Town, but we find out that the captain, the first captain, already figured this whole shit out, so he made a fake Karakura Town, replaced the real Karakura Town, that they could fight in the fake one without hurting anybody and just fucking demolish everything if they had to.
Yeah.
So the rest of the other, almost all the other Espadas are going except for Okoria, who's staying to fight Ichigo in Hueco Mundo.
Because he I think the reason why he had the whole Hueco Mundo thing, he closed off Hueco Mundo because to trap the three like threats to him
the three
or
like
something.
wild cards, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Byakuya, Kenpachi, and Mayuri.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, because these guys are busted by the looks of it.
Yeah, they seem to be just the most unpredictable captains.
Yeah, especially Mayuri. You never know. Like after Mayuri did that whole fucking turning this man into Superman essentially.
Yeah, that's a threat.
Like yeah, you have no idea what Mayuri got. Mayuri also found this man's like hidden specimen lab, but we didn't really see what was in there during this part.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, but Okorius, I don't know who's who, but
yeah, Okura pops through the breaks himself out of the prison dimension that Grimjow sent him into earlier. And then Aizen's like, "All right, I leave Hueco Mundo up to you."
Yeah. And so he leaves. They're setting up the Ichigo Ikuria fight. I'm assuming this are gonna fight. I think that's
Yeah.
where the vibes that I'm getting. The rest of the 13 captains that aren't, Byakuya, Mayuri, thing
Mm-hmm.
are in the fake Karakura town, waiting for Aizen. And that's where we are leaving off. God damn, the Arrancar arc is so crazy.
Yeah. Good goodness,
we,
man.
honestly, besides the Orihime bit and the most of the fucking Shayla
Oh,
fight,
oh,
Salapodal.
Sialapuro. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah. Yeah, that fight was kind of mid. For most of it. Oh yeah, but then another thing.
Yeah.
They Aizen leaves without doing anything with Orihime.
Right,
Um.
right, 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 right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like we we had the whole arc set up. Like they were talking about Aizen's like, all right, I need Orihime to do something with it. But then like the arc ends and is like, I actually didn't need Orihime the whole time. And it's like, well, why did you kidnap her in the
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
place? And
Hopefully
that's
this
my
gets
biggest
rectified.
problem with that.
I'm
Yeah.
holding out hope. We haven't read the next half of this story yet. I'm about to go
Yeah.
read it tomorrow, as soon as
Oh yeah, no,
I
me too.
like. um, we have a little bit of like a flashback thing to get through at first, but I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Pretty good though. I mean, oh my god, the rank arc, bro. Best fights in the series so far.
Oh,
Grimmjow
easily,
Kenpachi.
dude.
Honestly, this Kenpachi fight, like, is way better than the Ichigo Kenpachi fight, and I love that fight too. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's it's just so good, man. And then yeah, man, just the fights. Yeah, the
yeah.
like the plot I'd say is overall weaker than the Soul Society so far.
It really depends on how this whole thing with Aizen goes down.
Yeah.
For me, like, I'm still holding out. If Aizen ends up being the biggest brain villain in all of Shonen,
Hmm.
this arc might go. It really depends on how the second half goes. This arc might go higher than Soul
Yeah.
Society for me. As of right now, I think Soul Society is better because this arc has some lows, or he may being
Hmm.
one of them.
Yeah. But then it also
Yeah,
has the best fights in the series,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some. Still a really good arc. Read Bleach. Don't let all these Bleach naysayers out here who say anything after Soul Society is not worth it. Or Rankar is like
Oh
Rankar is
yeah.
good. You like come on.
It's like it's maybe down from like a 9 to like an 8.5.
Yeah,
It's
it
it's
really
really
isn't that much of a decrease in quality. Um,
yeah.
he does sort of reuses concepts. Another complaint that I hear, kind of barely though. Like the Arankars are like, okay, the Hueco Mundo thing, right? That's kind of like Soul Society. The Espadas
Hmm.
kind of like the 13 captains,
Yeah.
but it's all pretty different. Aside
Hmm.
from those small things, everything else is pretty fucking different. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, and they've got like whole different like abilities and stuff with
yeah.
hollow the whole hollow Arrancar Shikai thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait to see it Arrancar Bankai. Did we? No, I didn't
No, we
even see
haven't.
that.
I'm not even sure if it will happen, but I hope it does.
I hope it does too. That'd be hype.
That'd be crazy. I hope we see. I'm excited to see the rest of the captains' Bankais,
Hmm.
including the first captain and the 11th and the and the 10th and
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
13th captains, because like we
Yeah, I'm sure we're gearing up for a big fight with all the captains.
yeah.
That'll be hype.
Overall, man, Arrancar pretty fucking dope as fuck. I don't know. I don't
Pretty
have
good
much else to
arc.
say.
Yeah, I know. We pretty much got all our thoughts out
Yeah,
during the rest of it. Yeah, that was good. It's good arc.
pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Bleach is kind of pretty good.
It is. It is. I wasn't expecting. Again, I wasn't expecting it to like it as much.
Right.
But yeah, seriously, just one of the Like it deserves to be part of the big
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
Like,
Again, like Cole came into anime after kind of the big three sort of died down in anime in
hmm
terms of anime discussions. So
yeah,
Bleach was the one you heard the least about, right?
yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah, definitely for sure.
and it's just
Um,
like, and it's definitely because so I don't know why the reputation of the Bleach sort of just down fell so much.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I've heard the ending is a bit rushed, but the Naruto ending is not perfect either. So I don't know what happened to have Bleach become like people out here being like Bleach ain't part of the big three. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's this. The last two arcs just to me say otherwise. It's
Yeah,
just I don't know, man.
maybe it's just it got unlucky. Maybe that's just what happened.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm excited to read the next
Mm,
part. Next time we'll be finishing off the Arrancar and I guess the Eisen arc technically. Um,
yeah. All Aizen saga. It feels
The
like.
Eisen saga, basically, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully we see. I'm excited. Hopefully I don't have much else to say. No, I don't really have any predictions.
No,
We'll
me
probably
neither.
see more Ishin and Iryu. Possibly not. I feel like they might be set up for later arcs. Um,
Yeah.
Same thing with the Vizars. I'm pretty sure like they're all gonna be happening in a later arc. But
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they chipped in. I feel like we're gonna see some crazy shit in the next arc, though.
oh yeah, no.
Um,
If
definitely,
the fights are gonna go crazy.
yeah. We're definitely getting Okiara versus Ichigo. That one I've heard pops off.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm excited.
so I'm excited for that one. Um, yeah, we still haven't even got to see like some of the stuff they've talked about, like the Vastal Lords, Hollow. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's a character that like I think you talked about like Aizen created
Right,
a
right.
Arrancar like right in front of Orihime. We
Yeah.
haven't gotten to see them fight at all.
No, we don't even know what like they're quiet. They're like sort of introverted. We don't know what their whole deal is about.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
and,
but no,
yeah,
there's
and then we
so
haven't seen the top three Espadas, bro. I
Espadas. Yeah,
think
bro. There's so much potential here. Again,
yeah,
the lows you can't really do much. You can maybe amend them. We'll see what Aizen has planned with Orihime, but
mm,
in terms of if this next section has higher highs than this part that we've already read,
oh yeah,
I'm probably gonna put this above Soul Society.
hmm hmm yeah, yeah, no, definitely. If it can fix some of the problems, and or even if it just keeps this like energy going,
Yeah, yeah, you
like
know,
for another, yeah.
yeah. But
Mm,
I'm
mm,
excited.
mm.
I'm excited. We'll have to catch y'all next week
Yep.
on Two Boys Drink Bleach.
Street Bleach. Oh boy.
Oh God.
That's what a title. What a series. That's probably not gonna go down well if this
Dude,
channel ever gets bigger.
YouTube recommendations are not gonna recommend these videos, dude.
No. No.
uh,
But that's comedy. Comedy always comes at a cost,
at a
right?
cost,
That's
the biggest. I forget the strongest will requires the strongest sacrifice. I don't know. The biggest sacrifices require the strongest will. Whatever the fuck the quote was. Sorry.
something like that. I don't know.
Sorry. We'll catch you on the next time. Thanks you guys for watching. See you guys.
See ya.